Good afternoon, students. Dr. Heron here. I have some important information to share with you. This will take just a couple of minutes, so please stick with me through the end of this. These are some reminders and other things for you to be aware of as we move forward with preparing for early college for next year. Okay. Our topics today, let's talk a little bit about the early college forms, the early college applications, and also the PERT test, which is going to be given to you um, the PERT administration, which is going to be at the end of March. Okay. So first of all, forms and applications. And of course, some of you are going to be manatees next year. Some of you are going to be bulls. Manatees, you're going to be getting a Bayshore Early College Agreement, an SCF approval form, and I want you to return those as soon as possible at the latest by Wednesday, March 10th. Bulls, you're going to be getting two forms as well. The Bayshore Early College Agreement, same as the Manatees, and then the USF Enrollment Approval Form. That needs to be returned by the same day. You're going to be getting these in folders, and I will show you this. This is a folder. Every one of you is going to get one. We'll talk about how they're going to be handed out in a bit, but you're going to get the folder, and then the forms will be here. All right, so everybody's going to be getting one of these. Um, when it comes to the, let me skip ahead to the next slide. So with the distribution, every student will get the form. Please take care of these folders and the forms inside. Keep them in good shape because I have to keep these on file. I would like for you to complete the forms and return them in the folder, please. Okay. Those students who are on campus, you're going to get them from your first period teacher on Thursday, the 4th of March. Okay, so look for those in your first period class. Those of you who are e-learning, I would like for you to come in to complete the forms if possible. I'm going to have them at the front desk at Bayshore. You can come by and pick them up, or if you and your parent come at the same time, because both signatures are needed, we're going to look at the forms in just a second. You can get your folder, fill out both forms, and give them right back, and that way it will be done. Or if you need to, you can pick them up, take them home, and bring them back. Whatever works for you. If you have no ability to get to Bayshore High School to take care of this, please let me know and we will work out something else. Okay, let's take a quick look at the forms. This is the Early College Dual Enrollment Agreement. We talked about this the other night with parents. Anything that's highlighted you need to take care of, you're going to write in your name, your college ID. Now, if you have not completed your application, you don't have your college ID. If you have not done your application, but you're working on it, then leave that part blank, but we do need to get that eventually. And then at the bottom, it's pretty clear, student signature and date, email address and cell number, parent signature, date, email address, and cell number. So you're going to fill in those lines and this up at the top and return the form. Students who are manatees are going to get this form. Section 1, it says right here, to be completed by students. So you're going to complete this. Notice it has graduation month and year. That would be May of whatever year you're going to graduate. The second section is completed by me, and we will do this together. After we've done this once, you will do most of this on your own, and I'll just sign off. But for the first time, we're going to leave this blank, this whole section. And at the bottom, student signature and date, parent signature and date. So I must have those two signatures and date and fill out this top section. Return the form after you've done that. This is the USF form, and you want to fill out the top section, which has information about you, and then your parent's initial to say that you have completed the application. If you've not completed the application, just leave that blank, but we need to take care of that, and that's what we're going to talk about next. And then residency information. So if those are done, initial them. If not, leave them blank. And then again, you write your name, sign it, and date it. Parent writes their name, signs it, and dates it. Section 2, it says filled out by counselor. So you're not going to do that. On the back of the page, you need to write your name again, your U number. Again, if you have not done your application, not completed it, you won't have that U number, so you leave that blank. My name is Heron. Even if you're an avid student, you're going to be and you're going to be assigned to Miss Joyner next year. Go ahead and put me as your counselor, Heron, Herron. And then high school, of course, you know what that is. And I think that's everything you need. Yes, those two lines on the back, and this one is printed front and back. This form is a lavender color. The SCF form is green, light green, and then the Bayshore is what we would call ivory in color. So you're going to bring those back. Now, there are a few of you who I talked to about applying to both USF and SCF to potentially be a manatee or a bull. We're not sure which. If I and I asked you guys to send me a response if you were getting both of those. I'll try to get that form out to you as well. You need to have the forms on file. This one for no matter what school you're going to, and then this form for SCF, this form for USF. Okay. All right. Back to the presentation, and let me go up one. Whoop, there we go. So the SCF early college application, you're going to need to forward the thank you email, not the welcome email. And this is where it gets confusing. Those people who are bulls, you get a welcome email. That's what I need. Okay, so bulls, welcome, manatees, thank you. The SCF students also need to complete online orientation. I'm going to show you that in just a second. All right, and so this is the same information I just had. Okay, now for the SCF early college application, I posted a video to Schoology November 19th that had some step-by-step instructions for that application. You will need your social security number for this, for either of these really. And I said this before, but I'll say it again, if you do not have a social security number, you need to contact me because there's a paper application for SCF that you must complete if you have no social. Okay, and bulls, you need to look at a couple of places. You look in Schoology resources, and then step 3 of USFM checklist. And then if you click the tab that says USFM application, that takes you to the page where you apply for the program. And again, you're going to forward the welcome email. So everybody, whatever school, when you're finished, you're going to be sending me an email. Bulls will be the welcome. Manatees will be the thank you. Manatees get a welcome, but don't send that to me. Send me the thank you. It's the second email that you get from SCF. So online orientation for my manatees. This is the bottom part of the thank you email that you will receive. That's the one you're going to forward to me. First of all, notice that it tells you how your password is set up. It's going to be the first 3 letters of your birth month. So for example, if you were born in March, it would be capital MAR, okay? And then a dash, and then the last 4 digits of your social security number. If you don't have a social security number, they will assign you a 4-digit code and they'll let you know that. So for example, this person, your birth month is December, and then that's the social security number. Then the password's going to be capital D EC dash 1234. Okay, you will need this information. I do not keep this information. Okay, I keep your username, which is over to it's at the top of this email, but I do not keep your passwords. You must know what your password is. Okay. There's more information here for the early college website about how to complete everything. I'm helping you with that, but you can look there as well. This is what I'm talking about here. All students are required to complete an online new student orientation. And when they're finished, you complete a short quiz. And when you do the quiz, you have to include your G number. You won't get this email until your application is complete. So you will have the G number at that point. That's your student ID number at SCF, and it happens to start with a G. That's why they call it a G number. Those students who are bulls, you have a U number because it's a number that begins with a U. So when those students who are manatees, once you get that thank you email and you forward it to me, you click here where it says online new student orientation. It's, I think, between 30 and 40 minutes. So you need to give yourself some time to complete this. But you watch the video and then you'll go back to this email and click on the quiz and answer the questions. That is online orientation for SCF. All students who are potential manatees need to complete the orientation before we have our testing at the end of the month. Okay, so forms, application, and for the manatees, orientation. Those three things need to be done before the end of the month, before the end of March when we have our testing. Okay, now let's talk about testing. PERT is going to be given March 29th through April 1st. I will let you know the week before exactly which day it is. If you know now that there is a day you cannot be on campus or you will not be on campus to take the test, let me know. I'll do my best to work around that so that we can accommodate you. It is extremely important that you invest some time in preparation for this test between now and the test date. This is our one shot to get the score. Now, those of you who are 11th grade will be taking the SAT, and we could use that as well. But otherwise, this is your only opportunity to get that qualifying score. Test resources are in our Schoology group under resources, live binder, and then look at either potential manas or potential bulls. We're going to look at Schoology in just a second. I want to show you that. On that list of resources is Khan Academy. I strongly recommend Khan Academy. It is a good resource to use. I just literally today, the 3rd of March, when I'm making this video, found out about another resource. It is not on that form, but I want you to be aware of it. It's a part of Edgenuity. When you log into your SSO, your single sign-on as a student, one of the icons there is and it's called Edgenuity. That is our credit recovery program, but it also has test prep information. There is practice for each one of the tests, math, reading, and writing. And I'm going to send your names to Mr. Stubbs, who sets up the Edgenuity courses, so that you can have access to whichever parts of the test you're going to be taking. I don't know how long that's going to take. It may be a couple of days. As soon as it's available, I will send something out on Schoology or Remind or both to let you know that that additional resource for practice is available. Please, again, I want to go back to bullet 2. Spend some time preparing for this test so that you have your best opportunity to get the score that you need to take college courses. Now, this list of students, these students, I have not had a meeting with you, and I need to. Please contact me through Schoology or Remind to set up a time for us to meet. And if you look, there are some that have asterisks next to their name. I need to meet with you before I know which forms you need. So please get in touch with me right away so that I know what forms to put in your folder. I will not be putting your folders out until after we've had our meeting. The rest of you, it was very clear whether you were going to be a manatee or a bull. The others, you guys who I haven't talked to, I'm not sure exactly which direction you're going to go. If I have enough copies, I may just put everything in there, and then after we talk, I will let you know which ones you need to complete. If your name is on this list, I need to hear from you by either Schoology or Remind. Okay, very, very important because I want to make sure you're doing what you need to do. Once the deadline has been passed, you will not be able to turn things in later. So I want to make sure that you're on track. Also, the video of the early college parent meeting that we had last week is now in Schoology resources. It took me a few more days than I had hoped, but it's there. So just go into Schoology resources. All right, and so what I've mentioned Schoology about 3 times. So let's take a quick look at our Schoology group. So it is the potential early college group. And remember, when you go in, it is a group, not a class. So if you look in your classes, you're not going to find it. You have to click on groups. And these resources, these forms and things that I'm talking to you about, they're right over here. Okay, you click on resources, which will take you to our live binder. And if you're a potential manatee, you're going to click here, manas, potential manas. If you're a bull, then you're going to click here. So when we click here for Manus, for example, okay, um, the forms are here, the resources, prep resources are here, the early college parent video is here, okay. I also added two other things, the planning guide and pathways. We're not ready for that yet. We'll get there, but I wanted those resources to be out there for you. These two forms are the forms that we need, but I am providing copies of those, okay. Um, and this is a link to the website at SCF with more information if you need it, and also a checklist that the district created to help students get everything completed. Okay, um, and the bowls are right here. Notice they don't have as many forms. Okay, but the prep resources are there and also the video. When you click on the video, it takes you right to it, and you just click play. It's from YouTube. All right. So that's where everything is. And let me show you a couple other things too. When you are in your groups, you can send a message to me at any time by clicking here on the little envelope. When you click on it, you just type my name. New message. And my name is Herron, Herron, the bird, but with two R's. Okay, and I'm the only Herron from Bayshore High School. So if you click there, put in a little subject, put in your question, and click send, I will get this message through Schoology. The better way to contact me is through Remind. Okay. And all you have to do is reply to a message that I send you. Okay. So I have messages here that anytime I send something out, it goes out to each person as a separate message. If I send a message to the group and you reply to it, I am the only one who sees the reply. This is the most direct and best route to get in touch with me because if I'm at school, I see your question or your response immediately. So it's important to use that resource, but you can also send me messages through message on Schoology. Either way is fine. Okay, go back just a little bit. So let's do a quick review. You need to get the application and paperwork done before our testing. I would prefer that you get it done before spring break, but if you need that week of spring break to get it done, that's fine. Make sure that by the time we get back from spring break, this is finished. The applications generally don't take more than 30 minutes. In some cases, you can get them done even faster. The paperwork is very simple. If you forget what to do, just review this video and I showed you what you need to complete. There are additional steps we will take after the testing if you earn the qualifying score. We want to make sure you are up to date when we get to that point so that we can move forward with those steps. Um, and if for some reason you've changed your mind about taking colleges, please let me know. I always wonder if I don't hear from students, does that mean that they're just not interested anymore? Please step up and tell me, Dr. Herron, I'm not interested in this anymore. I may ask you a question or two, but I'm not going to make you do this. And then that way I can focus on the students who are focused and working and getting their things done. I also don't want to bug you if you're not interested in the program. Okay, so please make sure that you do that for me. Um, so those are the items that you need to take care of. If you have questions, again, you can contact me through Remind, you can contact me through Schoology, but I think you have the information that you need to get all of this taken care of. Um, if I don't talk to you directly before then, I hope you have a good spring break. We are about a week and a half away from it at this Wednesday the 3rd. So go ahead and get these things done. Spend some time practicing for that PERT test so that so that we get good scores and get the best scores possible to see if you can move forward with this qualification. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your time, and we will talk to you soon.